Oh, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again. Coffee gang in the building, and it's not looking good for Arsenal. Breaking news: Benjamin Sesko is staying put at RB Leipzig. It has been reported by Fabrizio Romano. I'm sure you guys have seen the other content creators talking about this. This is interesting, extremely interesting. What happens next? What are we going to do now? Who do we turn our attentions to now? Is it Dominic Solanke? Are we going for Victor Gyökeres, perhaps? I don't know. We're going to digest every bit of information that's been published this morning about this deal, and then we're going to come to our conclusion. We are going to look at everything there is to look at. Make sure you hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Big up all the real ones in the building. Guys, man, what's going on? What is the plan? What is Edu doing? We've been talking about Edu over these past couple of days, and it isn't looking good for Edu. I'm seeing other people kind of compliment Edu, talking about players that he signed over the past couple of years. Look, we're not going to get into all of that. We're not going to get into all of that. What is Edu doing right now? We know there was a plan. We were told there was a plan. We keep getting told there's a clear plan. We keep getting told about this plan. I want to know how serious Edu and Mikel Arteta are about actioning this plan, about getting identifying the players or have already identified the players and get those players over the line. Who are those players going to be? We're being linked with a whole host of players. And now Benjamin Sesko is chalked off. He is not coming to Arsenal Football Club. He is staying put at RB Leipzig. They got into his ears. They got into his brain. They convinced him to stay. They're going to quadruple his wages. Interesting. Okay, guys, hit the like button. We've got a lot to actually get through. Big up all the real ones in the building. The Lincolnshire Lion. He's changed his name. He's gone from the Lincolnshire Gunner to the Lincolnshire Lion. Come on, you Lions. Big up Dean. Big up Alfie. Big up Tobias in the building. I see you, my broski. Big up Lance. Big up Ollie. Big up The Game. Big up Sergio. Big up Just Ads. We've got Peppermint Freedom. I need to know how you guys are feeling right now about Benjamin Sesko. I know not everybody was, like, it wasn't everybody's first choice. It wasn't everybody's first choice. So I know some people, there will be a sigh of relief, but, are you guys in the chat and are you guys optimistic about the player that Arsenal bring in, that marquee striker? Because right now I'm seeing reports that Arteta and Edu don't actually care about bringing in a number 9. That's not a priority for Arsenal, I'm hearing. Oh, guys, Arsenal do not want to bring in a number 9. That's not a priority. They want to focus on other areas, according to the reports that are coming out this morning. No Diddy, we are going to run through those reports, yeah? Big up every single one of you, man. Hit the like button. But Fabrizio Romano's already published it. You've probably seen this tweet already. What he says here is exclusive. Benjamin Sesko has decided to stay at RB Leipzig and sign a new contract on improved terms, yeah? Decision made for talented striker, similar to what Haaland decided back in the day at Dortmund. Sesko will stay at Leipzig with a new gentleman's agreement for future exits. So that is off the cards now, ladies and gentlemen. What striker will Arsenal be signing? Victor Gyökeres. Will Arsenal go and pursue that one? Will it be Joshua Zirkzee? Who else is it going to be? Is it going to be Dominic Solanke? He's been previously linked with us. Some people are compelled to believe that it will be Dominic Solanke. Why? Because he's homegrown. And if you look at the original report, the initial reports, should I say, not original, the initial reports that were coming out about Arsenal's striker position and what they were thinking about, what type of player they were looking at, a lot of it was leaning towards replacing Eddie Nketiah and keeping Havertz as the main number 9. Replacing Eddie Nketiah because of the HG quota. Getting rid of Eddie means that Arsenal have to bring in another homegrown player. So a lot of people are now leaning towards Dominic Solanke being that guy. There's a lot of reports coming out suggesting that. So it's interesting. And we're talking about strikers at this minute. We've got so much to actually go through. Our young player, Obi Martin, rejects Arsenal. The guy that's done however many goals this season, 21 goals in 5 games for this young talent for the under-18s, 16 years old. Looks like a wonder kid, one for the future. A lot of people are talking about promoting him to the Arsenal first team, and he has rejected Arsenal. He has been offered a contract. They've rejected it. He is now in talks with Bayern Munich. Listen, we're going to get there as well. We're going to get to that. Edu is under pressure. What are we doing next? What are we doing, guys? I need your thoughts, your opinions in the chat right now. Hit that like button if you are new. If you haven't already, subscribe if you are new. All of that type of stuff. Make sure you join join our memberships if you want to become a member. It's a membership, one membership. Join the membership gang. But also subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel as well. Link can be found in the comments, pinned to the top. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. New content dropped this morning, and we're going to keep banging out content on that channel as well. So you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. Sesko done for his career, prob best choice. I mean, look, we can use Fabio Vieira as an example. Had one kind of good season with Porto, left, and it's gone to tatters. You know, that could have been something that Benjamin Sesko was thinking about. Maybe it's too early for me to move from RB Leipzig. I mean, he's been there for a couple of seasons. Signed from Salzburg, I believe. Is it Salzburg? But maybe he's thinking it's just a bit too early. Now, I'm disappointed. At the same time, I'm slightly optimistic because I wasn't. Again, like I said earlier, I'm a part of the crew that whereby Benjamin Sesko wasn't my number one priority. I wanted Eucharist. Everybody wants Eucharist, so this kind of gives me that optimism. Maybe Arsenal are looking at Eucharist, but with the way the reports are looking, a lot of them are leaning towards Solanke, and with what's being said online, it's not really looking good. But I'm still optimistic. I still feel that there could be a chance of getting Eucharist. Please, 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 please let this be that chance. Can Arsenal get Eucharist over the line? Big Up Franklin says, why did they make an offer for Sesko then? Obviously, they want a number 9. Well, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to understand. We're going to look at the reports anyway, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what's being said. Let's go to AFC stuff. I'm going to quickly refresh this because these are the guys with the quotes and with what's being said this morning. So let's actually switch over here. Make sure we are hitting the like button, do subscribe, all of that type of stuff. What is the plan for Edu? We're going to get to Obi Martin in a minute. I want to see what's being said here. We've got Yusuf Fafana updates. We've got a lot being said. Arsenal had been in the box seat for Benjamin Sesko, and the club were understood to be his preference if he was to depart Leipzig. Yet, at the same time, the player's agent made it known that there was every chance he would remain at Leipzig. And that's what Ryan Taylor Sport has to say. Benjamin Sesko is set to sign a new and improved contract, of course. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The signing of a striker is not believed to be the be-all and end-all for Mikel Arteta and Edu this summer. There is where it says that's exactly. The priority is not a striker. It's not the be-all and end-all. They do not care about getting us a striker. They're happy with Havertz. If we look... For us, we'll get ourselves a little young Don, little potential Don that's going to sit on the bench. We don't mind. We're going to be looking at other priorities. We're going to be looking at other positions. We're going to be putting all the money in the central midfield basket. And I was saying this, a couple of months ago, in fact. I felt that the priority would be to replace Thomas Partey. You can't have Thomas Partey and Jorginho in your 6. It just doesn't make any sense. These two old retirees sitting in your 6. Over this campaign, Champions League, all of this, we're putting pressure on. We want major honors. Yeah, how the hell is Jorginho and Thomas Partey going to have the legs to be able to get us through that? So it only made sense logically that we were going to sign a central midfielder. All of our money is going to be put on a central midfielder. But then I didn't think we would not want to sign a striker, or that wouldn't be something we'll be heavily looking at. But then obviously Franklin makes a good point. Why put a bid down on the table if you don't want a number 9? Why put a bid down if you don't want a number 9? Or maybe Arsenal never put a bid down. Maybe it was just Manchester United's bid of João Neves, and that kind of confused a bunch of people to think that Arsenal were putting bids down for Benjamin Sesko. I don't know. We did get a report a little while ago to suggest that Arsenal put a 55 million euro bid down on the table. But again, you can't believe everyone. A lot of this is just clickbait, traction, retweets, likes, all of that type of stuff. You know? So maybe Arsenal never put a bid down on the table for him. Maybe Arsenal agreed personal terms, as some of these guys have suggested. Benjamin Sesko and the agent were okay with figures that Arsenal were asking for. And if Arsenal was then to launch a bid, it would have been all smooth, a smooth transition from there. But at the same time, as Ryan Taylor has just said on one of the tweets we've just read, the agent let us know that it was a strong possibility that he could be staying at Leipzig. So literally what the reports have been telling us, some of the reports that the Fabrizio Romanos and David Oensteins, and we've got a number of David Oenstein reports to run through as well, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot to digest in this stream. But just like those guys have been telling us, we've been waiting for Benjamin Sesko to make up his mind. Yes, he's seen the proposal from Arsenal. Yes, he knows that Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal all want him. Yes, fees would have definitely been discussed. We're talking about personal terms. We're talking about salaries. We're talking about bonuses. We're talking about all of these type of things. That would have 100% been agreed. Whether Benjamin Sesko would have spoken to our manager or spoken to Manchester United manager, that's a different story. But the fees would have been proposals would have been put on the table in terms of numbers. But they were ultimately waiting for Benjamin Sesko to say, okay, cool, let's talk to Arsenal. Or, okay, cool, let's talk to Man United. Or, okay, cool, let's talk to Chelsea. And he decided that, no, I don't want to talk to any of those clubs, even though I wouldn't mind joining any of those clubs. And the finances that I've heard that they've shown would be interesting, and I would probably sign on those bases. I'm going to stay at RB Leipzig. Sesko was a downgrade to Havertz, but that's what Arteta wants to do. He doesn't want to kind of bring someone in that's better than Havertz. And to give Benjamin Sesko a little bit of respect, I think Benjamin Sesko probably would have offered you a bit more as a number 9 than Kai Havertz would. You know, I was watching Benjamin Sesko recently, and even his dribbling ability is really good. He's actually good with the ball at his feet. Can dribble. He can dribble. He can actually dribble, and he's got pace, and he's really tall. Like, you know, so it kind of meets the criteria. Like, let's be honest, it meets the criteria for the system and for the style of play. We're doing cross the ball FC a lot of the time. We've done that a lot of the time last season as well. You know, we need that lanky Don. That's another reason why we bought Havertz in, but he's just not really good in the air. He can't really dominate the air, bro. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what Arsenal do. We've got so much to run through. Who is it going to be? Who is Arsenal going to be signing? That's exactly what I want to know. That's exactly what I want to know. We're going to look at Obi Martin as well. I know there's some people concerned about this Obi Martin situation. I'm one of them. Because we know how we feel about the academy, and I don't think like there has been a clear path for the academy since Mikel Arteta has been here. You got to question Per Mertesacker. You got to question Arteta when it comes to these academy players. I mean, the person that really comes under a lot of scrutiny is Per Mertesacker, because he runs that academy. He should be really encouraging and pushing for these young players to be in that first team, to be playing with Mikel Arteta. Does Per Mertesacker actually believe in any of the young players? Does Per Mertesacker even have the courage and the confidence to tell Mikel Arteta that this guy needs to play? Because that's what you need from your academy manager, you know. Your academy manager needs to have some fucking balls to tell the senior manager that, listen, we're going to end up losing these dons if you don't fucking play them. You understand? Bring them in the team. Put your arm around them. Show them. Saka, come here, blood. Mentor this don. Take him out. I need him with you every day. Like, listen, the bro, come on. I don't know what these guys are doing. But Per Mertesacker needs to step up his game as well. How can you be losing Obi Martin? Now, Youth, big up my guy Youth. He made a good point this morning. Looking at Obi, he's only been at Arsenal for about 2 years. The guy's he's a foreigner. He was born in Copenhagen. He's been playing for Arsenal since he was 14. It's going to be easy to kind of convince him and inspire him to go to another country. He wasn't born and bred here in the UK. For someone that was born and bred here in the UK, moving abroad at the age that Obi Martin is at, it's kind of like a no-go. It's like, nah, I ain't trying to move abroad, bruv. All I know is London, or all I know is Sheffield, or all I know is Bolton. You know what I mean? Like, but for these dons that have been born abroad and they come here, and whilst they're here, they play football for a year, 2 years. There's nothing you can really do to convince them to stay, man. So we'll get to Obi Martin in a little while anyway and see what's being said there. But it's extremely interesting. We've got to question these dons, bro. And this is the time we question Edu, Per Mertesacker, Arteta also. All one big gang, bro. All one big gang. Big up Isaac. He says, Wax, we don't want to win. Dr. Killer says the game that's facts. Sesko decided I'll stay and work on development. Sounds better than rejects Arsenal. Listen, man, there are other strikers that we are going to clearly target. And I know this one is a bit of a slap in the face. But one thing we need to understand is that the player didn't decide that he was joining Arsenal. The player always was open to a possibility. But being at RB Leipzig, having them in your ear, being able to be convinced by them, it's easy for them. It's easy for them. And they're going to double his money. They're doubling his money. He's comfortable. Already got his yard there. Family's probably there. But anyway, so again, Ryan's telling us that, you know, the striker position is not a priority. It's not the be-all and end-all for Arsenal Football Club. This has been quoted by saying, additionally, Benjamin Sesko was not the only target on Arsenal's radar. There is appreciation for the likes of Isak, we know, Victor Gyökeres, we know, and Victor Osimhen, among others. But the club are not hell-bent on landing a marquee centre forward, certainly for the eye-watering. Please, you're letting us down. You're letting us down. You're letting us down, especially. Bruv. So again, let's read this. What is this club doing to us, man? Certainly for the eye-watering numbers involved, following Kai Havertz's impressive finish to the campaign as well. Blood, I don't give a fuck about Kai Havertz's impressive finish. He's man. So they're basically telling us, guys, that be prepared, because there's a strong chance that Arsenal won't sign a striker. And if we do, it might just be someone that we promote from the academy. You know, this might be the season where Arteta decides to say, guys, okay, yeah, I'll promote academy. I'll promote an academy player. It might actually be Mikel Berith. It might be Mikel Berith. Mikel Berith might be the answer. They might be looking at Mikel Berith thinking, oh, that's our Victor Gyökeres. That could be our Haaland. Yeah. The guy can't even fucking run. He's a good player, though. He is a good player, but he can't run. He ain't got the pace. Maybe he stepped up. Maybe he went over to Austria and he stepped up. And he, you know, I do know he bagged. He was bagging goals, Europa League goals and things like that. But maybe that's the thinking here. Maybe Mikel Arteta and Arteta, blood. How many Artetas are there? Maybe Mikel Arteta and Per Mertesacker have, you know, had a conversation, and now they've decided that Mikel Berith is going to be the backup. That makes sense, doesn't it? Mikel Berith, the backup to Havertz. He's a tall guy as well. We can win headers. He is physical. He is quite powerful. He is quite powerful, and he has been a bagsman, as Peppermint has just commented. You know. It's questionable, though. Can he be a bagsman in the Premier League? He looks like he could be. Like in terms of profile-wise, stocky, looks like he can be aggressive in that box. He has got a powerful shot. Maybe. Or we're keeping Eddie Nketiah. Oh, man. Remember, we were told the other day. What was we told the other day? We are reluctant to sell Eddie Nketiah. Why? We're going into... bro, we're going to go into this campaign with the same strikers. We're going into this campaign with Kai Havertz, Eddie Nketiah, and Gabriel Jesus. Let's forget about talking about strikers, boys and girls. Let's forget it. No point talking about strikers. Arsenal don't want a striker. Mikel Arteta doesn't know how to use one. He wants midfield strikers. He wants those type of players. I don't know what he wants. I really don't know. It's annoying. It's actually annoying. What else we got? What else we got going on here at Arsenal Football Club? What else apart from just devastating and upsetting news? To be quite fair, we're going to hear more about this. So the situation on Obi Martin is still open, says Fabrizio Romano. Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund have been showing interest for months, but Arsenal was still there and still trying to get him to sign a new contract and keep him at the club. Let's see what happens in the next days. That's the newest update on Obi Martin. So he's kind of suggesting that it hasn't been agreed as of yet that Bayern Munich or Dortmund have signed or have some sort of agreement in place or anything like that. But the guy's head's been turned. Will Arsenal be able to convince the player to stay? What are they going to do to convince the player to stay? What they're going to have to do is show a clear pathway for the player. That's what they're going to have to do. It's going to have to be a real convincing pathway. You know, reassurances are going to have to be given to this player. It means that potentially a way of Arsenal actually keeping Obi Martin is by doing exactly what we said, by not signing a striker and giving Mikel Birif the opportunity. Because that could be a part of the conversation we have with Obi Martin, that, listen, there's a place here for you. This season is about us integrating the young players with our senior team. Mikel Birif is going to be used as that example, and this is just a theory. Mikel Birif used as an example to kind of say, look, he's come through the process that you're come through. This is what we want to do. We're going to get you up to this level, maybe 1 or 2 loans. You come back, you'll have your chance. And Mikel Birif will be in the first team, used as that example as a player that can get an opportunity with this first team. I don't know what Arsenal are planning. I don't know what Arsenal are doing, but it doesn't sound like they are trying to sign a striker. And they're going to struggle with keeping Obi Martin if they can't sell him a vision and can't give a clear pathway to the senior team. And that's going to be a problem, man. That's going to be a problem. It would have been different if Arteta would have been kind of getting players in, like putting players in the setup. Ethan Nwaneri is another one that's going to be involved in Arsenal's senior team this season, according to what's being said. So he could be another one used as kind of, look, Obi, Ethan Nwaneri is another one that we're really trying to give you guys the opportunity. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen here, but it's not looking good. Paul says he is watching Nelson, Balogun, and the rest. What's the point? He doesn't use the youngsters. I would go and nab Tony for 40 million and promote Mikel Birif, then go through the bag at West Ham for Kudus. I'll go throw the bag, at West Ham for Kudus and get Fofana for midfield, says Peppermint Freedom. The Cowboy says Obi will have to be shown clarity of progress or he walks away freebie. Facts. Big up Young Darnie in the building. But love and respect to you, broski. Good to see you here. Joe King says top 4 is no go next year. I agree with you. I can't throw another season saying if only we had a world-class striker last season, finishing with nothing has been exhausting. Big up Joe King. Yeah, man. Tobias says, when will the bum Eddie leave FFS? We finally got rid of Holding, El Neni, and Cedric. He's the last one. I wouldn't even say he's the last one. There's a few more, man. There is a few more. I would still get rid of Reece Nelson. I would still get rid of ESR. I would be looking at getting rid of Kivior. I just don't think Kivior is going to be up to the standards. I think that position can be replaced with a real put-together centre-back that can then, really push Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba for a position. Push them this season. They've shown, Saliba and Magalhaes, they've shown over the past 2 seasons that they have got a solid partnership. Now, people would say, no, we don't want anyone to break it. But one thing we don't want them to do is get comfortable and complacent. Now, I'm not saying they will, but I'm saying if you do bring in another centre-back, bearing in mind we've got Champions League football as well, we don't want to burn players out. But if you bring in another centre-back that's more or less on par with Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, it keeps their standards high. It keeps their standards high. It keeps them on their toes. It keeps them working hard. And that's exactly what we need. And I think, it can be a young centre back, but I just don't think Kivior's the one right now. I don't know what it is. I just don't think he's the one. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, and maybe Kivior should stay. But I just don't think Kivior's the one. I'll be looking at someone else. And then you can also look at the Fabio Vieira position as well. You can't lie. Is he going to keep Fabio? Is he going to sell him? Is he going to loan him out? I think Fabio should be given a chance, but that's still another position you can look at. Or another player that you can look at, sorry. Then you've got Thomas Partey and Jorginho. Now, can you really go a whole season with Thomas Partey and Jorginho? All the campaigns that we've got, Carabao, FA, Premier League and Champions League and Community Shield. I know Community Shield's a little friendly thing, but fuck it. We want to win it if we're in it. You know what I mean? Like, can you rely on those two central midfielders to be fit enough to go through that whole campaign? I don't think you can. So what we have to do is we have to sacrifice Thomas Partey, and then we need to bring in a more young, more vibrant, more a development, but someone that is ready to go. Someone that is ready to go. Or you can keep Thomas Partey if Arsenal have got the money to do so, and bring in that player. As well as, I reckon Thomas Partey go, you bring in a player to replace Thomas Partey, and then you add Ethan Nwaneri. There you go. Done. But Thomas or Jorginho needs to go, and Jorginho's extended his contract. So Thomas, unfortunately, with 1 year left in your deal, I think you have to be the sacrifice, because we'll get some money from you. We're not getting money from anyone else. Just go over to Saudi and tell them, man, we need some money. Simple as. We are not playing Community Shield. Oh, is that because Man United won the FA Cup, so they play Community Shield? You're probably right. Yeah, you are right, innit? FA Cup winners play Community Shield and Europa League. Yes. Make sure we are hitting the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn the notification bells on. All of that. Benjamin Sesko will not be joining Arsenal Football Club for anyone that has joined us late. Sadly, but we will be moving on to other strikers. Who will those strikers be? I need to know a list. I need people in the chat right now. We've got well over 100 people locked in. I need you guys in the chat right now to actually give me 3 players. I need a list of 3 players right now, 3 strikers that you want at Arsenal Football Club. I need you to spam the hell out of the comments with 3 strikers. 3 strikers. Who are your 3 strikers, and who do you feel Arsenal will bring in this summer window in terms of that striker, that number 9? Do you believe in these reports? If you believe in these reports and you believe that Arsenal won't sign a striker, then tell me. But if you believe that Arsenal will be signing a striker, I need the 3. I need the 3 right now in the chat. Right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on. Let's look at what else is being said about Arsenal and about this transfer situation with Benjamin Sesko. Basically, our transfer plans, man. Is Edu up for it? Is he going to be cooking on that barbecue, bro? What is Edu doing? I need to know, man. We're going on Edu's Instagram again. I don't want to see no stories on that, Edu, of you at fucking salsa classes. No raves, no nothing, bro. No raves, no nothing. Oh, man. Okay, so it's being said Arsenal are prioritizing signing or strengthening. My brain's moving too fast. My mouth's moving too fast, like motor mouth right now. Arsenal are prioritizing strengthening their front line and midfield. Of course, front line, you might as well cross that off. Left back remains under consideration, but given the number of options already within the squad, that would mostly likely require some sales to go through first. Well, Edu better get his job. Edu better get a job on, bro. I don't know what he's doing, man. Bro, I don't know what he's doing. Arsenal are also closely monitoring the goalkeeper market, as they know Aaron Ramsdale intends to leave. And where is Ramsdale going? We don't have a plan. What plan do we have? Come on, guys. What plan do we have? We don't have a fucking plan. How can you have all these guys wanting to leave? He intends to leave. You've got Eddie and Nketiah, all these dons that knew they were leaving, that know they're going to be leaving, but there's nothing telling us that there's anything close to happening. Anything close. We've had all these links with Benjamin Sesko. We've been kept up to date word by word, day by day about Benjamin Sesko. Prior to Benjamin Sesko, it was Victor Gyökeres. Word by word. But we have no words for these player sales. Edu, what are you doing, man? Seriously, it's frustrating. It is frustrating to like wake up daily and not see. I swear to you, I told you guys at the beginning of the beginning of the summer, beginning of the window. The window ain't even open yet, but you know what I mean. At the end of last season, I told you the first thing I want to see, and the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, is seeing the back of these dead wood players, because I want to really see where they end up. Because I've told, man, like Eddie and KAR, ESR, these man can't make it in the Premier League. These man ain't making it for teams in the Premier League. Oh no, Wax, these are guys, these are dons, listen, I want to see where these guys really end up, bruv. This is the reason why they ain't gone yet. No one cares about them. No one cares about them. Mikel Arteta, well, not even Mikel Arteta. Edu is struggling to get any suitors for these players. They're over-evaluating the fee for Ramsdale. £50 million is what they want for Ramsdale. Please, man. Please, man. These man don't have a clue. But you know what it is? You know what it is? It's because of the incompetence that these men have already delivered with this project. The amount of money that we have spent, this is the true facts of the matter, right? The amount of money we've spent on this project has, and because we've got no player sales, has led to us overpricing our players, making ourselves look like idiots when it comes to valuing our players and the asking prices that we're having for our players. Ramsdale has done nothing at this moment in time to go for 15 million. You done that, not us. You done that. If you had an agenda to sell Ramsdale, you should have sold him last summer when he got goalkeeper of the fucking season, because everybody would have come and put 15 million down. But what you done is you went and told the world, no, we don't want Ramsdale, we need Raya. And we're going to tell the world that we're permanently signing Raya. And we're going to leave Aaron Ramsdale for a whole season to rot. And all he's going to do is play 6 games throughout the whole of that fucking campaign. Come on, you show your hands to the world, bro. You think man's going to come in and say, oh, yeah, we'll give Arsenal 15 million. But the reason why they're asking for these ridiculous fees is because of the fact that you can't sell players, but you've spent hundreds of millions. So now they need to balance it out with some player sales. So now they're going to be asking for ridiculous amounts of money for players that ain't even worth that. You're not worth that. Eddie Nketiah's not worth 30 million. The reports are telling us, oh, Fulham's ready to put 30 million down on the table for Eddie Nketiah. Are they? Really? When they've just signed a new striker in the January window? They really want to put another 30M on Eddie Nketiah? Or are you just telling us that to make it look like these guys are competent? Because right now, I can tell you, Eddie Nketiah, the reason why the reports come out the following day to tell us there was reluctancy to sell Eddie Nketiah is because they know no one's going to pay that £30 million asking price for Eddie. No one. No one. He didn't do what Balogun done and done 23 goals in a season. I mean, you could have even got more money for Balogun. 23 goals in a season. I don't care what's happened to him since then. 23 goals in a season. One of the best strikers in the French league, and you've only sold him for 30 million. And then you've got the audacity to then tell the rest of these football clubs that you're going to try and sell Eddie Nketiah for 30 million. A guy that you left on the bench for all season. A guy that can't even hit a barn door for 5 yards out. Please, blood, please tell me that these guys that are sitting in the boardroom know what they're fucking doing. Please tell me. Come on, bro. These guys don't know what they're doing. And that's the reason why here, the 11th of June, 2024, not one of these players have been sold yet. Come on, man. Newcastle have signed players already. Teams are signing players. Don't act like, oh, because you get those guys that will suck up to Edu, suck up to Arteta, suck up to this fucking board and tell you about, oh, Wax, but the window's not open yet. But Wax, no one's signing players yet. Listen, teams have signed players. I'm fed up as well, yeah. You know what I'm fed up of doing? I'm fed up of looking at everyone else's projects. We know what our project is. We had a plan from January. We never bought anyone in January or sold anyone. We had a plan. The plan was to get rid of these frauds the moment the window opened, or we get rid of these frauds at any given moment. Tell me what Edu has done to get rid of these frauds. Has this guy actually spoke to any football clubs? Has this guy, because according to what we're being told, nada. Eddie's staying. No striker coming in for our number 9 role. Like, bro, it's not looking good. Reece Nelson, I haven't heard anything about Reece Nelson. One little report about Reece Nelson, but nothing. ESR linked with Luton. Nothing about Lukonga. Nothing about Nuno Tavares. Nuno Tavares doesn't even exist. This guy just vanished off the face of the earth. He doesn't even exist. What the hell is going on? Edu, man, I'm telling you, bro, Edu is a problem. Ain't nobody paying these frauds wages, let alone inflated transfer fee. This is what I'm saying. Do you understand the pickle that these men have put us in because of this project? So it's going to get to a point whereby they're going to have to do exactly what they've done with Mustafi and them man to these man. Or you're going to have to accept peanuts. Even Kieran Tierney, ladies and gentlemen. So Kieran Tierney, as we do know, has been out on loan. He's on the flight back right now to the UK, and he's going to be linking up with the training. He's going to be linking up with Arsenal, obviously, to go to the USA. However, he will not be playing for Arsenal again. Arsenal are ready to sell Kieran Tierney. Oh, we've got another report here. We've got so much, actually, so much. But Arsenal are ready to sell Kieran Tierney for £10 million, ladies and gentlemen. 10 million blood clot pounds. Tell me how that makes sense. We paid £30 million for Kieran Tierney a year ago. 2 years ago, we were talking about this guy going for the same amount of money. Now we're talking about releasing him for £10 million. Kieran Tierney will not be returning. His price tag is £10 million. That is a bargain, blood. I can't lie to you. That is an absolute bargain. I can't lie to you, bro. £10 million for Kieran Tierney. 10 million pawned for Kieran Tierney, blood. You know what? This mouse is actually annoying me. It's actually annoying me now, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Oh no, the mouse is actually not even moving. It just wants to stick to one corner. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to end up smashing the mouse. Please allow me, man. Allow me. What's happened here? What's happened? Fucking hell. Oh my God. It feels like we are regressing. Oh, I'm telling you, bro. It's not looking good. We're moving like amateurs, just like Peppermint says. Tierney only played 20 games last season. He was always injured. He played like straight 16 games and then got injured, I think. He got injured after like 16 games. But still, man, he's less injury prone than fucking Zinchenko. You know, I'm not even hearing anything about Zinchenko. That's another player. He's not going anywhere. You think Zinchenko is going anywhere? Do people actually think Zinchenko is going anywhere? He's not going anywhere, bro. He's not going anywhere. Let's face the facts. Zinchenko's staying. He's one of Mikel Arteta's leaders. He ain't going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere. Anyway, this one here just come up 2 minutes ago. Incoming Juventus manager Thiago Motta has made a specific request for the club to sign Jakub Kiwior. Arsenal want at least 20 million to sanction a sale. So you basically just want to break even. You want to get the money you paid for him. Okay, cool. With Juventus deemed to be excessive and believe Arsenal could lower their demands later this summer. Oh, wow. So they're basically saying that these guys are incompetent. Yeah, don't worry, guys. They're asking for 20 million. That's them breaking even. But you know what? We'll make them take a loss because They're incompetent. We'll come back in about a month's time. They'll probably give him to us for about 16. In fact, they'll probably give him to us on loan with an option to buy for 10 million. Yeah, that's Edu. That's Edu. Remember, this is Thiago Motta. Thiago Motta and Edu. Probably put Edu in a headlock and say, yeah, my Brazilian friend, how are you doing? Come on, just give me Jakob Kivior for fucking 5 million. Come on, you fraud. Don't worry, I'll give you a brown envelope while I'm at it, you prick. Yeah, that's what they'll do, mate. Edu is listen, I don't mind Kivior going, but at least sell Kivior for more money than you actually paid for him. And this is the incompetence you get, man. Oh, we're going around in circles, bro. Circles with this football club. When is Stan and their man going to wake up and open up their eyes and know that this Edu is a fraud? Edu is a fraud. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. Richard Garlick, CEO. Ooh. This is getting so questionable. Edu would never give these rival clubs keys to the city and then thank them for the pleasure. He would give them keys to the city and then thank them for the pleasure. He's a nutter, I'm telling you. Zinni's staying. He's a cry PR merchant. He's definitely going to be staying. He ain't going anywhere. Ukrainian, you keep Zinchenko. Bro, he's staying. He ain't going anywhere. That's one of Mikel Arteta's leaders, bro. Edu just needs top 4. It's not about trophies. It's all about good vibes. Yeah. Oh, please, man. Get Edu out this club. Get Edu out this club. Big up Tamina. Nothing but love and respect to you, Tamina. Big up everyone that's in the chat joining. Make sure we are hitting the like button. It's just not looking good right now for Arsenal, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, man. Like I said, this is the summer where we are able to determine how serious Edu is, how ruthless Edu is, how much of a bad boy negotiator and sporting director this fraud actually is. Another one, Amadou Onana does not have. There's so many does not, Arsenal rejection. So much not doing this, not doing that. So much not. I just keep reading not. But this still says the same thing, more or less, because there is a big fucking not in this. Amadou Onana does have admirers within Arsenal, but a move for the player is not in the works this summer, according to David Einstein and The Athletic. Arsenal will not be signing Amadou Onana. That is not in the works. We are not pushing for Amadou Onana. This is a not deal happening. No deal happening, ladies and gentlemen. Edu is a liability. Who are we signing? Who are they going to be pulling out the bag? Because right now, all we're doing on this stream is chalking off all of the people that we've been heavily linked with over the past couple of months to say, actually, this person's not joining. So who the hell is coming? AFC equals not. That's the new word now. That's the new word. That's the new buzzword. Not. Yeah, Arsenal was signing this one. Not. That's the one. Oh, Arsenal was signing Victor Gyökeres. Not. Oh my God, it's going to become hilarious this summer. We've got a long summer ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen, all the way until September the 1st. That is when the window closes, or even September the 2nd. So we've got a very long way to go. But you know how Mikel Arteta has been adamant about getting his signings over the line before we go on our US tour. Right now, it's not looking good. I said earlier, I feel a bit optimistic only because we're not signing Benjamin Sesko, so it could lead us to sign Victor Gyökeres. The door is still open for that Victor Gyökeres deal. But, you know, the more I've got into the stream, the more you read these reports, it makes you feel like, damn, Arsenal might not be able to pull this off. Edu might not be able to pull this off. Edu might not be able to get the striker that we want, the striker that we need. It might result to us having to turn to Dominic Solanke last minute. And Bournemouth are going to be laughing, because what Bournemouth are going to be doing, they're going to be sitting there and they're going to be willing to part. They'll be willing to part with Dominic Solanke even on deadline day. Why? Because they're sitting there laughing 65 million all the way to the bank. Yeah, Bournemouth. Yeah, teams like Bournemouth don't come across 65 million that often. Yeah, they are not going to reject 65 million even down on deadline day. And listen, I've got a feeling that Arsenal, Edu, not even Arsenal, let's just say Edu's going to get desperate, and Edu's going to say to Arteta, Oh, my friend, what we'll have to do is we're going to have to get the last resort. We're going to have to go for the fourth player on this shortlist, the fourth striking option. Or they might, you know what? I've got a feeling actually that instead of going for the fourth striking option, they would rather say, let's just focus on fixing another position. Let's bring in another backup for another position. Let's see, man. Big up Cats, big up Ace, big up Zach Visions, big up Paul, big up Zeeks. Come on, nothing but love and respect to you. Big up Diane. I want to ask something. Did Arsenal FC management said they're going to sign Sesko, or is it journalists who said that? Rumors are rumors. No, absolutely. Listen, we're not really fuming at the fact that Sesko is not signing. There is a bit of disappointment because some of us, not me personally, even I wouldn't mind Sesko. He wasn't my priority. Some of us, did want to see Sesko at the football club, but it's slightly disappointing. And what it is now, it's about what the plan is. Who are we signing? Because with the Victor Eucharist, let's just quickly look at all of the marquee strikers that we said that we were going to sign. Even the guys that put their three in the chat. I know I didn't run through them and put them on the screen. I did run through them, but I can see all of the strikers that you man put in the chat. They're more or less all of the players that we were linked with. You're looking at Isak. You're looking at Victor Eucharist. Yeah. Some of us have put Dusan Vlahovic. Forget Vlahovic for a minute. He hasn't really been linked. But the two that that are common in the chat between us is Victor Eucharist and Isak. We've been told that Newcastle will not sell Isak. If you want Isak, it's 120 million. Oh, the third person is Victor Osimhen as well, sorry. Isak will not leave Newcastle. He is not leaving Newcastle. He is there at least for another season, at a bare minimum. Then maybe, depending on what Newcastle do, there could be a conversation that he'll leave. The only person at Newcastle right now that you could see leaving would be Bruno Guimaraes. It's the only one. But then even then, it comes down to the amount of money that's being put on the table for Bruno. We're looking at 100 million. I don't think Bruno's going to make a problem. I don't think he's going to force a move or anything like that. But that's the only player. Isak is not going anywhere. Then you've got Victor Eucharist. Now, Victor Eucharist, we thought Victor Eucharist was going to be the guy. We thought Victor Eucharist was going to be the one that Arsenal pushed for. We've been told that Arsenal have been religiously looking at Victor Eucharist for however long. Yeah, and all of a sudden, oh no, Victor Eucharist has decided that he's going to stay at Sporting because Ruben Amorim is not leaving. Ruben Amorim, the only way Victor Eucharist was going to leave is if Ruben Amorim was leaving. He's staying, which means Victor Eucharist is staying. There still hasn't been full confirmation of that, but we can only assume that is the case based on what we've been reading. Then who does that leave us? That leaves us one more player. The only other player that leaves us is the other Victor Osimhen. It's the only other one. And out of all of the players that we've been speaking about, all of the strikers that we have actually been linked with, Victor Osimhen's probably got the most reports talking about him wanting to leave, Napoli ready to sell him, Antonio Conte ready to sell him. Like, there's a lot surrounding Victor Osimhen. So out of all of those strikers, Isak, Eucharist, Osimhen, this looks like the more compelling one to believe will leave. Whether he joins Arsenal or not, this looks like the striker that will leave. So if anything, this has to be at the top of the list for people to think that this is the guy that Arsenal will try and sign. Because everyone else seems comfortable at their football clubs. There's no real need for any of the other names to leave their football clubs. The only one is Victor Osimhen at this moment in time. So maybe Arsenal are going to put the money down on the table for Victor Osimhen. But then saying that, recent reports come out to suggest that Arsenal will not be pulling the trigger of 120 million. So who do we sign? Who are we signing as the striker? Or is the reports that come out this morning, or are the reports that are coming out this morning right? Are they telling us the truth? That Arsenal will not be prioritizing a striker. It's not the be all and end all. They're looking at other positions. Big up the Cowboy, says new subscriber, loving the energy wax. Much appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for subscribing. Also, subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel as well. Got a lot of content coming out on that channel. But this is extremely interesting, man. Extremely, extremely interesting. I am looking forward to seeing what Arsenal are doing. Victor Osimhen, there was a report that actually came out a couple of days ago to say that Arsenal would be willing to pay £60 million for Victor Osimhen. Now, I'm not too sure how true that is. I'll quickly see if I can find it. So you got some other ones online saying Arsenal prepared to offer 90 million euros. 90 million euros for Victor Osimhen. Some people are saying that Arsenal could be pursuing Julian Alvarez from Man City. That could be a person that Arsenal are looking at. Arsenal might have pulled out of the race to sign Benjamin Sesko. Not pulled out of the race. They didn't pull out of the race, but Benjamin Sesko pulled out of the race, more or less. But Arsenal could have already been looking at Julian Alvarez as, you know, a priority alternative. You know, if the Benjamin Sesko one wasn't going to work, then let's turn to Julian Alvarez. Maybe those conversations could have already been had. Would Man City want to sell Julian Alvarez to Arsenal? That's another question. Either way, it's not really looking good at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, for Arsenal's transfer plans. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Still got plenty of time, of course, but it's not looking good. There was a report published yesterday that said Arsenal were not willing to wait long for Benjamin Sesko after having been presented with the opportunity to sign Victor Osimhen. And that's according to Purple Panel. Now, I don't know who those guys are. They've come out of the blue, but they do get a lot of traction. So maybe they are someone. So we've got this one here saying Arsenal could reignite their interest in signing Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna, although he has also been heavily linked with Milan. The 23-year-old Dutchman has a 34 million release clause. And it's like we keep reading the same shit, bro. This is published 12 minutes ago. It's the same shit. Now, I'm fed up, bro. Give me something tangible. You know? This is all if, buts, and maybes. As far as we're being told, as far as we're aware, Joshua Zirkzee has agreed a personal terms with AC Milan, and he is destined to join AC Milan. That is exactly what we've been told. Bayern Munich and Barcelona have approached Nicolas Jovar, Arsenal's set piece coach. However, Arsenal are unwilling to let him leave. And that's according to, again, the Purple Panel. I don't know who these guys are, so take it with a pinch of salt. Senior Collins, whoever this guy is, again, he says Arsenal will now pursue other targets. The Gunners are interested in Bologna, Joshua Zirkzee. They're also looking at wide forwards, including Nico Williams, and may sign a winger instead of an out-and-out striker. So, oh, man. Yeah, this is getting frustrating, man. Maybe Rashford. I can start reading that in the comment. Rashford, be our priority now. Oh, guys, it's not really looking that great, man. It's not really looking that great. Looking at other wingers. Nottingham Forest have to raise around 20 million in transfer sales before June the 30th to comply with PSR. Mikel Arteta would like a left back, a central midfielder, and a winger. But any arrivals are likely to have to be balanced by sales. Oh my God, we're looking shit right now. We're looking shit. So all of the reports that are coming out today, ladies and gentlemen, they're not good. They're not looking good. It's not looking good for Arsenal. It sounds like Arsenal don't even have any money. There you go, man. It doesn't even sound like Arsenal have any money. Let me run through comments. I'm doing up comments for 5-10 more minutes, and I'm wrapping this up, bro, because this transfer plan of Edu's is absolutely in the gutter. In the fucking gutter. And I don't care if it's the 11th of June. It's in the gutter because the journalists are telling us what is going on. They're telling us what's going on, what they're hearing from Arsenal representatives or whatever. And they're telling us that Arsenal do not want to prioritize the number 9. It's not the be-all and end-all. We're looking at a left-back. We're looking at a central midfielder, which I did say weeks and months ago that will be the marquee signing, in my opinion, when we're talking about Wax Online opinions. And we're looking at a wide player, a winger. Yeah, man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Get those comments in. I'm going to do 5 minutes of comments and I'm wrapping this up. Cold coffee and all that. Oh, man. What a day, what a day, what a day. Big up Naga in the building. Chelsea will be above us next season, mark my words. The Lincolnshire Lion says, I'm losing my fudging mind. Big up Boss Boobla in the building. Looks like we're getting rid of players holding us back. We are finished. Isak, Alvarez, Husemen, Eucharez. That's still 4 strikers to go. Ha ha ha. Can't wait to see all of those fall apart too. Who is it going to be, man? Who is it going to be? We need to find out by the end of this week. We were gassed. We were told that Mikel Arteta wanted the striker in before the Euros. We were told that weeks ago as well. That's not like it was that was something that popped up a couple of days ago. We were told that weeks ago. We were told that weeks ago. And here we are, no striker. We got Troy says, I told you, Wax. We're going to end up signing Marpe. We got the French gamer of Belay says, we always piss around in the transfer window. This club doesn't give a single damn. Yes, Eddie, man. It's got to be Eddie. It's either budgets haven't been allocated, which you have to then question the owners about. And I don't think that is the case. I honestly think there's no plan in place. I don't think there's no real plan in place, man. I don't think Edu has put together a proper cohesive plan that they could deploy this season that enabled us to go and get the right players. Literally, because if you had a plan, you would have targeted them. You would have sat down agencies, intermediaries, personal terms, like all of that would have been done. All have been done. The same with the exits. Come on, man. We've known for months about Ramsdale. We've known for months. It's coming up to a year since we've known about Ramsdale. You telling me now that Ramsdale has no suitors? You telling me that Edu hasn't sat down with any English clubs, foreign clubs, and negotiated a deal for Ramsdale? It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So, look, man, we just have to wait and see what happens. I think over the next 2 to 3 weeks, there has to be some real significant movement, like proper movement. Guys gone, like guys fully gone. I want to see guys holding up shirts, like new club settings. It has to be. It can't be anything else. It can't be anything else, man. So frustrating. Edu ain't that guy. Absolutely. Big up Craig. He says, nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes. No player decides to re-sign and we flip out lid. Listen, we go by what the reports are telling us, man, and reports are not sounding too good this morning, Craig. Craig A, by the way. We have to give shout out, like second name shout outs, I think, because we get so many of the same names. Edu spent the last 6 months planning the summer barbecue and forgot about the window. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what Edu can do, man. Let's see what Edu can do. Let's talk about who we would lose after becoming fed up with the club's lies of we want to win. I'm more concerned about that, to be honest. Yeah, man, listen. This is the season anyway, mate. No more excuses, no more justifications, no more PR, no more nothing. You got to get the job done. This is Edu's last summer. This is Mikel Arteta's last summer. Not having it after this. Not having it after this, man. And I proper hope that Stan Kroenke and them not feel the same way. What about Douglas Luiz? As far as I'm aware, Douglas Luiz has agreed personal terms with Juventus. I don't think Aston Villa are going to want to sell Douglas Luiz to Arsenal. No bloody way. You know, they don't want to strengthen rivals. You know, Aston Villa are now in the conversation. They're a Champions League playing team. Like, why would they want to strengthen their neighbors? I'd rather just go and give him over to, you know, Juventus, or go and give him to one of those teams over there. That's how Aston Villa are going to be thinking about it. I don't think they're going to sell Douglas Luiz to Arsenal. And that's the reason why they never sold him to us when we put the bid down. Come on, man. How many bids did we have rejected for Douglas Luiz? You know, we were told before those bids were rejected, we were told that Aston Villa were willing to accept 25 million for Douglas Luiz. 25 million. I'm pretty sure that's what Arsenal put down on the table, and then that was rejected. It's a joke. If I was the owner, I would have sacked Edu and get Maldini. The Italian under tight budget did more work and progress than Edu. There we go. Big up Naga. And this is what it is, man. You need an experienced sporting director. That's what you need. Maybe that's what Mikel Arteta is lacking. Maybe Mikel Arteta might have, you know, he might have the qualities in his locker to get a team over a line if he had a competent sporting director to work with, someone that was actually going out there busting his ass to get the players that the manager actually wanted, instead of pulling out. Or because you have to think, how many players have we asked for over the past, say, 2-3 seasons, and Arsenal have pulled out in every single fucking thing? They've pulled out. Imagine putting 3 bids down on a table and then pulling out. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I don't know teams that do that. 3 bids and you're pulling out after 3 bids. 1 bid rejected, 2 bid rejected, 3 bid rejected, and you're like, all right, cool. All right, yeah, I'm on it. But it's either you pay the money or you don't pay the money. I'm fed up with these dons, man. Like, when you're having a negotiation with these football clubs as well, this is where you understand how you can spread these costs. But the money is the money. The value is the value. The fee is the fee. You need to stop. Like, the game is completely different now, man. The game's inflated now. People want money. The world's not the same place. There's war. There's terror. There's a lot going on the planet. You know, we're lacking so many different resources on this planet, bro. You think these things don't don't factor in when man's thinking about how much money they want to suck out of you? No, did he? Come on, man. Everyone wants money. Everyone wants money. The only time they don't want money, or they don't really care about the money, is if they've got a flipping player that they're desperate to get rid of. And if it's a player they're desperate to get rid of, do we want him? Definitely not. So this is what I'm saying. If you want the Don, Edu, you go there, put the money down on the table, bruv. Of course, you can't. You have to wait for the player to give the green light. But come on, man. This is where you do. This is where you do all of your prepping. You get all the things in place. You speak to agents. You speak to the player. You get all that done and dusted, man. But let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Where are these nearly 200 pages of scouted players then, Edu? Big up Mr. Robbo. This is what I'm saying. He's under pressure. Edu is under serious pressure. Big up Vegas Gunner says, if it's true that Arsenal have to sell first to buy, then we are screwed because some of these guys are on big wages. This is what I'm saying, man. And like I told you guys, and I'm going to keep saying it, bro, ROI. 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 Return on investment. I've been saying it for months, bro. I've been saying it for months. And if any of these stories that we read today are true, then they all back up exactly what I've been saying about Arsenal and, you know, the way the owners are thinking and feeling at this moment in time. You can't tell me you've spent over £1 billion on this project, including the wages, and you can't deliver me an ROI. You can't deliver me a Premier League, or you can't deliver me some money from player sales. What the hell is going on? What do you think we're running here? Some sort of charity? What do you think this is? You need to put in, bro. I'm paying you a crazy wage. Come on, think about this, guys. Think about this. Is the reason why I said, based on what I'm looking at, based on what I'm seeing, based on the decisions that are being made, it doesn't look to me that Arsenal are saving all that money because they want to go gun-ho in the summer and they want to splash cash. No. They want to see an ROI, bro. I was saying this to you, man, back in January. And now these reports are more leaning towards that. That okay, if Arsenal want to sign players, then it's going to come with some player sales. They're going to have to balance it out through player sales. Of course they do. Some rocket science. You got incompetent dons like Edu. Of course you do, mate. Mikel Arteta ain't delivering you no trophies, and then you got Edu delivering no player sales. What do you expect the owners to do? Open up their checkbook and say, okay, guys, okay, you Brazilian fraud and you Spanish fraud, here you go. Here's another 250 million to spend. Go on, go and spend it. And whilst you're there, you see Eddie Reese and them, man, don't worry, just terminate their contracts. It's absolutely fine, guys. Bye. What world do people live in? Where Edu actually thought he can just continue to terminate contracts. Edu actually thought, don't worry, yeah. When players get out of hand, when players are no longer wanted, what we'll do is we'll just terminate a contract. I'm pretty sure you see Nuno Tavares. Nuno Tavares is going to have his contract terminated. He's going to have his contract terminated. But they're going to do that. See, there's no talk about Nuno Tavares at the moment. No talk whatsoever. Nuno Tavares probably get his contract terminated, and they'll do that once they've signed a player. So Arsenal sign a player, gas us up, and then they'll terminate Nuno Tavares' contract, hoping that no one noticed and that no one's going to question it. Nah, not me, my guy. I will question that. These guys are incompetent, brother. Can't believe it. Super duper incompetent at its finest. And as I said to you, now it's about ROI. If you can't deliver that ROI, then get the fuck out of this football club. No trophies, get out. No player sales, get out. You know, if you can't identify players that are going to make me money, get out. Get out. What are you telling me? Because that's what it's all about as well, you know. It's not about just identifying players that are going to improve your team. You need to have the eye to identify players whereby if I sign this guy, I know that I can make money out of this guy. Can you do that, Edu? Do you know you can do that? No, you can't. No, you can't do that, Edu, can you? You thought you could do that with Lokonga, but it's fouled, it's flopped. You thought you could do that with Nuno Tavares. It's fouled, it's flopped. You thought you could do that with Marquinhos. Fouled, it's flopped. Marquinhos. Edu, what is he good for? What is he actually good for other than losing Arsenal money? Losing Arsenal money. If you think about it, Edu's on however money he's on. Big 200, 300k a week or whatever he's on. Tell me what revenue Edu generates for this football club. Tell me what bit of revenue Edu generates for this football club. Because if you could actually say that Arteta does generate revenue for the football club. You can actually say he does. He wins football games. Yeah? He wins football games. Winning you football games generates you some revenue. You understand? Fans get excited, they spend more money, more eyes are going to be locked in. You're generating more money. Tell me what the fuck Edu is doing to generate revenue for this football club. Please tell me. Zero pounds. £0 Edu is generating. Zero. No money. No money. Richard Garlick is generating money for this football club. Richard Garlick has provided value. He's added value to the football club. Why? Because he signed so many business commercial deals for Arsenal last season. About 8 deals or over 8 deals that Arsenal signed. Commercial business deals Arsenal signed last season. That's Richard Garlick adding value to the business. He's adding value. Mikel Arteta has got us competing with Man City, right? Yeah, we had 2 good back-to-back seasons, or let's say whatever. But you've got us second. You know, you getting second generates money. It generates a little bit more money than you would finish 4th. That's the only difference about finishing 2nd and 4th. If you finish 2nd in the league, the Premier League payout is more than the Premier League payout if you finish 4th. So Mikel Arteta is still generating us money, even though he's not winning us any trophies. He still generates us money. What value does Edu bring? Where does he generate revenue? Please, someone explain. It's crazy. Edu is under massive pressure. Edu, I hope you are watching this. Let's flip over. I said I'm going to do 5 minutes of comments, and I'm still here. Yeah, I'm going to quickly flip out. I want to see what Edu's doing. Let me see if Edu is doing his job. I'm going to quickly flip over to Instagram. It's the only place we can see Edu. It's the only place. Make sure we are hitting the like button. I've got 2 more minutes left of me, and I'm wrapping this. I did say 5 minutes about 20 minutes ago, but you know what it gets like. Edu. Where's Edu? Edu Gaspar. He's got nothing on his story. You best be busy, Edu, bruv. You best be busy. Edu best be busy. All right, cool, guys. All right, we're gonna wrap it there. Edu's got nothing going on. Edu getting his nails done. Exactly. I was hoping to see what he's got going on Instagram. Yesterday he was at a samba club. He was at a samba bar in London yesterday, shaking a leg. You know, with a bunch of Brazilian dons. I don't know, man. I really don't know. He definitely missed a few phone calls. He definitely had a few missed calls, agents ringing, offering him players. But no, Eddie was too busy shaking a leg. He was too busy shaking a leg. Oh, weird. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, boy. You've just coming out of nowhere. You don't even know me. You don't know what my takes are. You don't know how I feel about anything, bro. So just relax, man. Just fucking relax. Just relax, my guy, brother. Just subscribe. Check the content out from the beginning and relax, my friend. Yeah, he must be very new here. Exactly. Welcome him, guys. Welcome him. He needs to introduce him to the Wax Online gang. Yeah. The Wax Online gang. We need to do a daily edu check. I swear to you, bro. Man's got to babysit this guy. Make sure he's doing his job. This is what I'm saying. I'll start sending him DMs. Nah, I'm not gonna do that, clearly. But you know, you gotta start babysitting this guy, making sure he's doing his job. Might have to send a little letter. You know, like emails are not like, you know, obviously everyone sends emails, but letters are so more serious. Might have to send Arsenal a little letter. Tell them about Edu. Edu learning that players to the championship is as good as it gets. Big up Joe King. Absolutely. You ain't gonna get any better than that. Some of the Brazilian fluff. Edu and only good is only good at twerking. There you go. He's good at salsa. That's it, man. What's that film? I watched it a little while ago with Ben Stiller. And he goes and along came Polly. You seen that film, Along Came Polly? Yeah, that's Edu. That's Edu, blood. Edu's not even Ben Stiller. Edu's the guy that teaches Ben Stiller. Who's seen that movie? Along Came Polly. Oh my god. Oh my god. You got Ben Stiller trying to do salsa. He's learning how to salsa, yeah. Because obviously Polly, she's a salsa dancer, is Jennifer Aniston. And Edu is the guy that teaches Ben Stiller. That's Edu. You guys need to go and watch it in order to understand it. Oh, man. We got the Vegas Gunner for the super chat. He says, Reece Nelson, 2 fouled loans, and Arsenal resign him with a 5 million bonus on 100K a week. Make it make sense. Is Edu getting some of that money on the back end? Good question. And this is it. What value does Edu bring to Arsenal Football Club? He brings no value. If you're telling me the value he brings is by speaking to guys on the phone and corresponding with those dons on a phone over a transfer, a potential transfer, then I can do that. You might as well give the job to Arteta. He can do that. Arsene Wenger was doing that. You think Arsene Wenger were picking up the phone, speaking to agents? Agents were speaking to Arsene Wenger directly, blood. They didn't need no middleman sitting there saying, oh, hold on, let me speak to the manager. Let me speak to the coach. I need to speak to the coach first. What the fuck? Let Arteta deal with it. And then you send Richard Garlick over just to iron out the fucking financial details. Done. We don't need Edu. Cut him out. He's a waste of time. Adds no value. In fact, we're adding all of the value to him. We're making sure that him and his family are all rich, living life. Big yard in flipping Barnet or wherever they live, somewhere in North London. Big yard, living life, AP watches, diamond Rolexes. Come on, bruv. Rolls Royces. Nah, and what's he doing? What value does he bring? Come on, Arsenal. You need to check this out, blood. Nah, Eddie, man. I know you're a part of that invincible team, but you need to step up, bro. Step up. I miss David Dean. Oh, David Dean was the guy, man. David Dean was the guy. He brings lemonade. That's what I'm saying. He brings the barbecue and the coal. That's all Eddie brings. He can't even cook it. He's asking someone else to cook. He's asking someone else to bring the meat. If you ask Eddie what you got for the barbecue, he's like, I got cucumbers and tomatoes. That's what I'm putting in the barbecue. Man's trying to do a vegan barbecue. Fucking joke. Anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. Vegas, Scanner, thank you ever so much for that donation, my brother. Big up all the real ones in the building. Make sure we are hitting the like button, do subscribe, all of that. Make sure you subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel as well. Please do subscribe. New content. We're going to be dropping at least 3, 4, maybe 5 videos a week on that channel. I'm actually getting carried away with recording content for that channel. So we've got some new stuff dropping. I'm going to be recording another video today. Probably some more alien UFO stuff, maybe another conspiracy one. Yeah, we've got some stuff coming. Even some story time, some storytelling videos. It's going to be interesting. Make sure you get over to Wax Unfiltered, man. Big up Joe King. Big up Peppermint. Big up the Lincolnshire Lion. Big up Cowboy. Big up Wirra. Ace 12. We got Jeezy in the building. Big up my guy Sean. Big up Rizzo. Big up Adam Crocker. Good to see you back in the building, Adam. Big up Vegas Gunner. Thank you ever so much for that donation, my brother. Who else we got at the bottom of the building? Tobias as well. Zeeks. DS Electronics. Every single one of you guys, man. Big up DS as well. He's been here from the very beginning. Since like 2020. DS Electronics has been on this channel. Big up all the mods. Big up QV as well. Much appreciate you. The Patriot Gunner. Come on, there's so many names to mention. big you guys up. Make sure we hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel. Please subscribe to that channel. Always check out the content. Always support what we've got going on over here, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you lot on the next one. Peace out.